We will cover 4 main topics: what is fake news and propaganda, the different types of propaganda, a case study into the 2016 election, and finally, how to protect yourself from fake news using the CRAP test. Fake news is fabricated information meant to mimic news media content. Its purpose is to deceive the viewers into believing incorrect information about people and organizations, usually to the creator's benefit. Fake news is created and published by both individuals and organizations, often disseminated on social media platforms through the use of bots or personal accounts. The more widespread the fake news, the greater likelihood that the viewers will believe the fabricated information. Fake news is mostly consumed by people who use social media sites and the internet. These platforms are the most effective method of dissemination, as they are easy to use and widely accessible. There are 3 types of fake news and propaganda. White propaganda, which uses accurate but selectively presented sources, black propaganda that uses inaccurate or deceptive information, and gray propaganda, which is a mix of both white and black propaganda, containing both accurate and inaccurate propaganda. We will now take a look at the effects of fake news on the 2016 election. During the 2016 election, 14% of people used social media as their number one source of news on the election. A single piece of fake news had the same persuasive effect as 36 televised ads. And 80% of the fake news circulated on the internet was pro-Trump, which may have partly accounted for his victory. Particularly inflammatory fake news can deepen bipartisan divides, inciting indifferent people to vote. Fake news causes anger by design in order to push the viewer to do actions favorable to the creator of that news. The CRAP test is an acronym that stands for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. You can protect yourself from CRAP with CRAP. Let's get started. The article we will examine using the CRAP test is titled, U.S. Health Officials Say Americans Shouldn't Wear Face Masks to Prevent Coronavirus. Here are 3 other reasons not to wear them. Based on the date it was published, this article is almost 1 year old, and therefore is no longer current. This article relates to our current situation because we are still in the midst of a COVID pandemic. It is intended for everyone concerned about mask shortages and is not too complex. We know that this article is authoritative as the author is easily contactable with multiple points of contact including her email and Twitter, is experienced and knowledgeable in the field as she is a finance reporter, and is affiliated with the reputed news site MarketWatch. The purpose of this article is to convince readers that they shouldn't hoard face masks, citing stock shortages at Target, Amazon, Home Depot, and CVS. These shortages negatively affect the healthcare workers who need the masks in order to care for the patients effectively. The article promotes the CDC's guideline at the time to not wear a mask unless you were ill. The purpose of this article is to convince readers that they shouldn't hoard face masks, citing stock shortages at Target, Amazon, Home Depot, and CVS. These shortages negatively affect the healthcare workers who need the masks in order to care for the patients effectively. The article promotes the CDC's guideline at the time to not wear a mask unless you were ill, as there were relatively few cases of the coronavirus at the time, and the population would be better served if masks were used in medical establishments. This article fails the CRAP test because it is not current. Despite it coming from a reputable source, following the information within it would be very harmful, possibly even deadly now. This demonstrates how necessary it is to be conscious of the sources of your information. Using the CRAP test is a good way to filter out fake or misleading information. Thank you for watching.